Hello, I'm Tom Best of First Christian Church. I am the leader of our ministry support team. One of the main jobs of that particular team is to take care of the property and grounds at the church. And a lot of this work is done by our SWAT team. The next picture that you'll look at shows our beautiful sanctuary. We all love it so much because of its beauty and really its historical nature. Many of you are not aware, but this year it will be 134 years old. In that lifetime, there have been many modifications made to it, but there are still some parts of it that are original construction. One of those is the west wall of the church sanctuary, that wall that runs along Jackson Street. About 2 or 3 years ago, our SWAT team repaired some water stains on that inside of that wall. Unfortunately, they have come back with a vengeance. If you look at the next few pictures, you're going to see some of the places where there has been some water damage come back. The first one is in the roof of the bell tower. Shows a major leak there in that corner. The next one shows how the paint is peeling on the wall nearby the new sound system. There's also a picture that shows how the paint on one of the window trims peeling, and this is typical of many of the window trims. The next one, which is the most obvious, is the big hole in the wall that's above the main stained glass window there on the Jackson Street side. Well, SWAT decided that we couldn't fix this problem, so we were going to have to hire some professionals, and we contacted 2 contractors to help us figure out what was the matter and give us some estimates on how to fix it. Both of the contractors independently have determined that the water stains on the inside of that wall are coming from water soaking through the old mortar joints on the outside of that Jackson Street wall. I've got some pictures now that you can look at that kind of show the condition of that outside wall. The first one shows a place where the mortar has chipped real bad out of that wall, and there are many other places on the wall that look like that. You can also see in this picture where fungus and mold are growing on that wall, and that's due to its damp nature most of the time from the water soaking through. When you look at the entire Jackson Street wall, you can see darkness in almost all of the mortar joints. Next time you ride by the church on Jackson Street, and maybe you've already noticed this, but that wall is beginning to look pretty bad. The final picture I have here on the outside walls is of the bell tower, and that picture makes it pretty obvious that the mortar joints are deteriorating and need something done about it. Well, the church decided to hire one of the construction companies to do the job, and it was Barrett Construction that the board decided to hire. It's going to be a major job that they will have to do at the church. First of all, they're going to set up scaffolding and cover that scaffolding in plastic all along the outside wall of the Jackson Street side of the church. Then they will sandblast off all that old paint that is on that wall. Once they've done that, they will repair the mortar joints by using a technique called tuck pointing. Then they will put a sealer on the wall to keep some moisture from going back in it, and then repaint it to match the rest of the exterior of the church. Once they have stopped water from coming in that outside wall, they will start working on the inside of the sanctuary, of that west wall. They're going to have to remove all the pews from the church to do this work. And then the first thing they will do is they will use real large commercial dehumidifiers to remove all the moisture that is trapped in that wall now that we've stopped more moisture from coming in. Once that moisture has been removed, they will scrape off all the loose paint, which is in a lot of locations. They'll repair the damage where the water leak really caused more than just paint peeling. It actually caused the plaster to deteriorate. Then they will repaint the entire interior of the sanctuary. This complete effort will cost the church $100,000, and the work is starting immediately. The hope is that it will be completed sometime in July. As we look back at the first picture that shows the exterior of the entrance of our church, let me take this opportunity to tell you that Rosie Graham, our church board chairman, will be presenting to you again in the next couple of weeks about the loan that we're going to acquire to help finance this work and how we're going to start a fundraising plan to pay back the loan. I do want to tell you as I close not to worry about what's going to happen to worship during that month that they are working in the sanctuary. We're planning on continuing worship in the great room of the annex for those of you that want to come and worship in person. We're moving the sound system and the camera system over there to that room so that we can continue to live stream worship for those of you that are not ready to come back in person. So at this time, I want to tell you that I look forward to you supporting this project financially, and I also ask that each of you will put this project in your prayers for a successful completion. Thank you very much.